By mid-June of 2026, the Indian monsoon has stalled. Fields that should be green are instead baked completely dry. According to the India Meteorological Department, we are looking at a 38% rainfall deficit for the first half of the month. That missing water affects everyone. It leaves crops to wither, drains national reservoirs, and ultimately drives up the cost of groceries for every household in the country. To understand what is happening, we need to map the 5 distinct geographic forces blocking the rain right now. Then we can execute a specific survival strategy to save the summer kharif crop. Adapting to this dry spell starts with knowing exactly what went wrong in the atmosphere. Look at this map of the Pacific Ocean. Notice this massive red cluster forming right off the coast of South America. That is El Niño in full action, a massive pool of warm water that is supposed to be sitting near Australia. With the warm water displaced, a dense high-pressure system settles over Australia instead. Because of that heavy air, the critical trade winds that usually sweep moisture westward toward India lose their momentum and fade out. El Niño is only the first hurdle. We must account for the Madden-Julian Oscillation, or MJO. The MJO is a moving pulse of weather that travels around the equator. Right now, it is stuck in an inactive phase over our region. That means it is driving heavy, downward air currents straight into the subcontinent, physically pinning down moisture and stopping rain clouds from forming. Between the weak trade winds and the heavy, sinking air, our primary moisture pipelines from the Pacific are entirely blocked. This split screen shows the Indian Ocean Dipole, or IOD, comparing 2 different years. On the left is 1997, when the Arabian Sea was intensely warm, creating a local low-pressure vacuum that pulled in rain, saving India from a terrible El Niño. On the right is 2026. Notice closely how the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal are both neutral gray. Because the temperatures are balanced, there is no localized low pressure to act as a magnet. Without that pull, monsoon winds scatter across the ocean instead of hooking into the Indian coast. That lack of pull breaks down our 4th geographic factor. Just off the rugged coast of the Horn of Africa, a low-level wind current called the Somali Jet usually forms to blast moisture directly toward us. This year, it failed to materialize. With the wet winds absent, a dangerous replacement moved in. Dry, hot westerly winds from the Arabian Peninsula are sweeping across the landmass, baking the soil and destroying any remaining chance of cloud formation. Every weather engine, from the distant Pacific to our own coastlines, has stalled at exactly the same time. With the atmosphere working against us, meteorologists need strict metrics to confirm when or if the monsoon finally breaks through. Look at this map of the Kerala coastline. The India Meteorological Department uses this specific network of 21 weather monitoring stations to track the arrival. They are waiting for a precise threshold. At least 14 out of these 21 stations must record a minimum of 2.5 millimeters of rain for 2 consecutive days before the monsoon can officially be declared active. The fact that we have not hit that basic 2-day mark in over 2 weeks shows exactly how severe this dry spell really is. For local farmers staring down completely cracked fields, waiting for those 14 stations to light up is not an option. The summer kharif crop is in danger right now. Survival requires immediate changes on the ground. Step 1. Stop using traditional flood irrigation completely. Pumping vast amounts of water across open fields leads to massive evaporation. Instead, transition to micro-irrigation systems like drip lines, which deliver water directly to the plant's roots. Step 2. Apply mulch to the soil to lock in that carefully delivered moisture. And Step 3. If you haven't planted yet, pivot away from water-intensive crops like paddy and shift to drought-resistant alternatives like millets or pulses. If we fail to conserve water at the farm level, the ripple effects hit the entire country. Our national reservoirs are already running dangerously low. If these reservoirs dry up entirely, our hydroelectric power generation immediately plummets, setting the stage for widespread energy shortages. A widespread failure of the kharif harvest means an immediate drop in the food supply, directly causing severe price spikes at local markets. A local decision to switch to drip irrigation today acts as the primary defense against a national economic crisis tomorrow. Here's the situation at a glance. We are facing 5 geographic forces blocking our rain, but we have 3 actionable, proven defenses to protect our crops. Getting through 2026 is the immediate goal, but these delayed monsoons are becoming a pattern. Building long-term, climate-resilient agriculture is now a permanent requirement. We want to track how this is impacting you directly. Drop a comment below with the current rainfall situation in your district. And if you are preparing for civil services, check the link in the description to download the full PDF notes for this breakdown, or enroll in our comprehensive geography courses. Because when the rain stops, understanding global geography becomes your best tool for local survival.